Just to recap, we have done the formatting, okay, and we can change the colors, okay, colors of the items, item colors basically. Okay, so we can apply conditions. Okay, that's what we are discussing. I mean, there are three types of. I mean, it's again depend on the visual, but this visual has this kind of formatting: color, scale, role, and field value. Okay, so I'm just going with the color scale, and we can also apply this divergent look, like how that is changing over the time. I mean, how the values are high to low. So you can change the colors just by choosing one of the colors, like let's say um, orange to light orange to thick orange. So this is in between. So if you apply that, they will simply change all of them. So this is the highest one, this is the medium, this is lowest, something like this. And one more thing, you can change the gap in between. So that is one of the most important. I mean, I feel you have to understand that. You see the inner padding. So inner padding option will give you just change the gap in between. Okay. So this is one of the option. Okay, you just try each and every option one by one, and you will come to know. But if you do only once, you might get confused. But you have to do again and again so that you will get practice with all these options. Just like Word, Excel, PowerPoint. Okay, nothing else. But yeah, formatting is an endless topic. You can do many things, but in the real time, do we? Yeah, for individual visual level formatting, yes, we do. But when it comes to page level and all those things, do we do? No, we won't do like that. We have an option called themes. Okay, recently we have a option called customize current theme. Okay, so any theme you select, you can change as per the organization or client specifications. So client will give you some specifications. My font should be this type only. My font size, for detailed font size, should be this much. Okay, and title should be center, and it should have a back end color like this. So likewise, see, if you see that, you can do wide varieties of. Let's go to text. Whenever you open the text size always it is small, so you can change, make it 12. It will be little better. And title, so it will be every time 12, so make it 16. And font color black, if you like black, just keep it black. Okay, cards, we have not used cards and KPIs though, but you can change that specific font. And tab header, tab header is UI semi bold, but you can keep it little bigger, so make it 14. Okay, this is only for text. For text we have covered all this. Likewise visuals also. So visual background, so you want visual background something like this. Okay, and see, this is a color coding, but at any point of time you can change that. And just apply the transparency. So, and border, so these are all things you can confirm with the client. If client is not giving, you can sit with the client and just we are building the theme. I mean, if they are okay to give any kind of theming, if they are flexible, that's perfectly fine. If they are not flexible, they will come up and every time they might chance, no, no, this time this font size is actually big, but unknowingly we apply that. But to avoid that, building theme is very very important. Okay, you can build the team and you can share to your team, so that throughout the organization they can apply the same thing. I mean, once you put the effort, it will be every time the same. I mean, they no need to do the font size, font color, okay, all those stuff. This is a one time task. Okay, So borders, if you want to apply borders, apply border and this radius, that rounding option. Okay, if you want to apply, let's say 6 rounding, okay, you can do that. And page background, let's say if you want page background something gray color, you can do that. And let's say
The
sorry.
transparency is why did the transparency is 41 అంటే ఎక్కువ తీసుకోవచ్చు కదా ట్రాన్స్పరెన్సీ అంటే.
ట్రాన్స్పరెన్సీ అంటే ఇంక పేల్ అయిపోద్ది అనమాట. అంటే మీకు ట్రాన్స్పరెంట్ 100% ఉంది అంటే ఏం వర్క్ అవ్వదు అని అర్థం. మీరు కావాలంటే ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. సో యూ కెన్ ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్. లెట్స్ గో టు ద కరెంట్ థీమ్. ఓకే, వేర్ వి ఆర్, దిస్ ఈస్ ద కస్టమ్ థీమ్, దిస్ ఈస్ ద కరెంట్ థీమ్ వి ఆర్. ఓకే, and let me show you that. Okay, go to view and expand this and customize the current theme. Okay, so these are the colors. Okay, some organizations will have a color branding. They want to see only those colors. They will specifically give you this RGB values. Okay, so you need to our color coding. Okay, anything is fine. If they give this, you need to apply. If they give RGB values, you need to apply. So likewise, they are more specific. Color 1 should be this, color 2 should be this, color 3 should be this, something like that. Okay, and what is this advanced? Yeah, the first level element. Choose the colors for different elements in the visuals like axis, grid lines and text boxes, fonts. Curious about what is category, so just check this more. But yeah, this is element level colors. Okay, so I mean, this is one of the most important. Let's say you have done all the changes. Okay, let's use the transparency. See, transparency will give you more in terms of color only. Okay, I mean, there are a lot of colors, but if you want to apply using transparency, you can apply the transparency. This is best because of look and feel only. There's nothing much about that. Okay, now you have done the customization. Now you want to save the current theme. Okay, and you can save that. It will save using JSON format. Okay, JSON is one of the file format, JavaScript object notation. Okay, it will just save. So you can write that organization theme, org_theme, PBI theme, something like that. You can save and you can give to them. So what they will do, they will go here and then they will browse for the theme. Okay, they can see this JSON file and they can open up. So it will be applied. Okay, the theme was imported successfully. So that you will save others time. Okay, this is one of the kind of effectiveness or saving efforts of others. Okay, I mean, it's a kind of standardization. I will give you more points I mean, basically what we are following, I'll try to give you, but not the same, but similar way. I'll try to share you in the notepad or something like that, or Word document. I may not copy directly, but I'll type and I'll give you. So how basically what?
Can you create one more page and pull that theme that we created as of now?
No. Theme will apply for across PBX file. It will not apply only for one page.
But we did some modification in the theme, right? As of now.
Yeah. We have done and we applied. So it's applied for the same. So that is the reason you did not do any change. Let's say you create one card here and you do some values. So by default, the visualization theme will come like that.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, so this is one of the most important things. See the rounding option, the borders, okay, that is also applied. And the font, everything you will get see. One of the most important thing is the table one. If you can see the table values like population, year and population, you know.
Can you do one thing for me?
Yeah.
Can you put a color to the background of the header
Hmm.
and then export the theme? Because I am asking you this because I tried this days before,
Hmm.
day before yesterday, and then I did a so that background of the header was not accepted as a JSON file. I had to manually go and edit that JSON.
No, no, no.
Uh,
It will apply. Let me
can you
show
please
you.
show me that? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So let me highlight this visual
So
and.
basically, the my requirement is
Mhm.
um, uh, not requirement, the doubt.
Mhm.
The any straight table or else metrics that I call in the page should
Mhm.
have a should have a green background. The header should have a green background. Header, only the header. Like in your case, in our case, as of
Only
now,
specific to the table.
only space, any table or metrics
No,
that
no.
is called.
See, again, if you go back and see in the view, let's see, I mean, do we have any specific to the only table? Let's go to visuals. See, it's only visuals, but you don't have any table visual. But yes, there is an header option, but header for all, border for all visuals, background for all visuals. You do not have any specific visual type.
Got you.
Only, let's say if you have a table, then it should identify and only table color should apply only green color. There's no option like that. See,
Okay, got you. So in that case, manually you have to go and edit the
yeah,
JSON.
yeah, correct. In that
Mm,
case, yes. If something is not available as per your requirement, you need to apply those things manually.
got you.
Correct.
Okay, yeah, I did that only then. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So let's say for the tooltip, every time we see black, right? So if you don't want to see that black, you can just apply some colors. And oh, what happened? Go and apply. Okay, let's change. Now just apply. If you see the tooltip, the tooltip, like if you see here, you will see the green color. I mean, okay, this is one of the, I mean, most important. But yeah, so for, I think, do you want to do this header color now, or it's clear, Ankit?
Can you show it once? How do we do that? We'll just, customize one header color and then
Yeah, just search for header. Let's say if you don't find any, so visual header, let's say, so you have this header. um,
no, we have to customize the theme, right?
yeah, we will come, yeah, okay,
We
customize
can
it.
do it from here also.
Yeah, no, no, no.
Mm, okay.
Customize the current theme. Let's go to naming text. The text basically visual, see visual background, yeah, visual header. So background color always white, but let's change it to something else. Okay, to make it understand. um,
You can
let's,
blue, yeah, blue will better. Will be better here.
yeah, and this blue and border color would be, again let's go to blue. Or border we can just take little greenish.
Mm,
Okay, and the transparency we will give 50%. Okay, and icon color, just again go to something like this. Just let's see how the things will apply. uh, Apply the current theme, custom this repeat current theme. Okay, I think this could be a bug, it seems.
mm,
Visuals, background, border, header. So this is the one, but yeah, it's not. Let's try to create another visual.
No, just export it, no,
No, no, no.
to.
Exporting actually give you to
Hmm.
share with others. I mean,
Hmm.
you need to just do export for your sake and just import again. That will not give
Okay.
you any benefit. Okay, just only helpful for the other teams to share with that JSON file.
Okay.
So let's create this ribbon waterfall. Let's try to population into this value, and category would be region name. So let's see like no, that is not applied. Did that apply? Font size is applied. Okay, that's clear. But
You know what happened?
uh-huh.
The background of the visual got went into green.
This one.
Yeah.
See, this is let's see. I mean, how we have given this colors. See, if you have not applied anything in the theme, then by default,
Hmm.
those are the primary colors that we have chosen. Okay. Let's say the current theme, customize current theme. Theme is actually coming to live recently, last month or before month.
Correct.
But,
Yeah, I know. Hmm.
yeah. So
To October 2021 release,
yes,
2020 release.
correct. So borders, headers, beige colors, filter pane. This is filter pane. Okay, visuals. Yeah, let's come to visual. Yeah, border color is this one. Names and colors. Okay, so sentiment color. So that is the reason this might have chosen this color. Okay. Yeah, there could be some reason to choose beyond the colors that could be there. But if you really don't like, then you can go back and format it here. So that is a thing, and we can on
Hmm.
the labels. So label will give you the numbers on top of that. But yeah, to change the colors, you can change at any point of the time.
Hmm.
Sentiment colors.
No, again, because that becomes a headache for every developer, right? So, if somebody is working in the center of excellence teams, we have to create a protocol, and that has to be static across the whole organization. Every
That's what
developer.
that's where the themes comes into
Correct. Yeah, yeah.
picture.
That is what I was trying to develop to
Uh-huh.
create a generalized theme for the whole organization.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think this is the viable solution because there are a lot of things which it doesn't work here. So we have to create a separate JSON itself.
So separate JSON in, see, you cannot write any JSON outside, okay? But
Hmm?
uh, you
I
cannot
wrote it.
write can you write the JSON file and you apply there directly?
Yeah, yeah. I wrote a JSON file and I applied there. So basically, what I did is I exported the JSON file.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, I exported one of the JSON files
Okay.
and themes, and I edited the JSON, and
Okay. If that is
yeah.
the case, then that's perfectly fine. But so far, we are also working on that themes thing,
Mhm,
but we have not done any editing on the JSON file. I'm
mhm,
not sure that is a best practice, but so far we take all the inputs from the client and we apply it. We are applying still. That is going on. The
mhm,
theme is actually going on. So, I mean, this is how we can do. Again, it's up to the organization, up to the client, how they want.
mhm. So that is what I'm saying. So so here as you say client, so I am the client in this
Okay.
scenario. So
Uh-huh.
I have to be cautious enough to create to not always go. So basically, we should avoid the vendor to come to us and always keep on asking what should be color formatting. So better I plan to create a theme. So this is it. That's it.
But again, if you a theme is not always just for every not for everything. It is just a generalized thing. Let's say for the font size, headers,
Correct, correct,
these
correct.
things. But
Those are
sometimes,
norms basically.
yeah, but sometimes you might require to go and apply some changes on the visual level also, though you apply the theme.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is the case we are actually working on. So theme could be theme, but it's just for generalized concepts. But sometimes visual level changes might require to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. So today again we are going to work on with the slicers, and the sync slicer is one of the most important thing. So let's create one slicer with the region names.
So, one small thing, Mahendra, sorry to cut you here.
Yeah.
No. So we are done with the DAX thing. Is it that?
No, no, no. DAX
Okay.
I will cover later, because
Okay.
I don't want to confuse with the others, because I know Ankit, you, because you are coming from a real time, and you already working with the other reporting tools, DAX previously. But if you just think about others, if I go
Okay.
in detailed at this point of time, they'll think that,
No, I
oh,
just asked you that because
yes,
we had a
yes, I
communication
definitely,
that
I clearly
5 days
mentioned.
will take tax only. So I
Yeah, yeah,
thought,
yeah. True, true. But I'm actually, I thought that it going to confuse others. So that's what I
no
realized.
problem, no problem. Yeah, we'll go with a slow pace. No worries.
Yeah, yeah. So this is one of the slices, and the sync slicer is one of the option. Okay, if you want to apply the same slicer, see, I'm in the page one. So page one, this is available. If you want to sync with multiple pages, you can do that here. Let's try to do. What will happen if you go here, the slicer will come, see. So you have an option, like you are analyzing only on the Australia. You have selected this Australia. Okay, you can see across all pages Australia only. This is one of the most important and widely used option. Okay, ideally it should have select. Okay, let's see the sync selection. Okay, start syncing. Okay, wait, let's wait for select a slicer. Yeah, I've selected. Okay. So now, even in the first page also, it will work. See, across all the visuals, that will be by default select. If you don't want, you can simply select that and just unselect. It's depend on the client requirement. This is one of the widely used option. Okay. So a business user will come and he will just only verify in particular region. So that case, this sync slicer will help you a lot. Okay, at any point of time you can take it out, and you can
So one thing
yeah.
here, sorry to cut you
Mhm.
again. So in which cases this will be used, because region being the global filter, right, for in
Mhm.
every report,
Mhm.
it should, once it is selected on one page, it should be selected across the pages because the data is sliced on that particular region. So what will be the scenario here? Can you please explain,
Yeah, that's what
put some
I'm
light?
telling you. Let's say I'm a business user. Okay, I want to. I'm a business user only for Africa. Let's say. Okay, I'm only concerned about Africa. Okay, so I'll just go and see like how the population was there across Africa in different dimensions, like year by country, year by age category, year by. I mean, there would be a scenario if you want to see all of them in that specific filter. Okay, so that could be the possibility. I'm telling you that could be the possibility. Okay, it's not mandatory, but yes, for some
Okay.
cases it could be mandatory. If the business user asks you to apply that, the slices should apply across all the visuals, then you need to apply.
Okay, yeah. So, just to think, I was just asking if you have come across any real-time scenario of this sync slicer
Yes,
cases.
yes, yes. Sync slicer we are applying one of the scenarios. Okay, there is a business team. They want to see their reports across the same filter. I mean, if they apply any filter, I mean, you will not have only one filter here. You will have multiple filters. Okay, if you have multiple filters and you apply multiple filters in one page, and the same case they want to see in a different directions. See, what exactly mean by slicing? See, in one case, how the business is in a different dimensions. These pages are nothing but dimensions, right? So you are just going in, you are applying one touch here and then seeing in a 360 views, like whatever the view that it's already created. So, I mean, it could be one of the beneficiary case, right? Yes, they will
Okay,
ask six
yeah,
slices.
got you. Okay.
So at any point of time, if you don't want to apply the same thing, if you want just keep the slice butter, but you don't want to sync, then you just remove this. No, no,
Mhm.
syncing is this here. This is
So,
I.
Mahendra, just to add, we had a scenario like
Uh-huh.
there should be two slicers of the same name,
Uh-huh.
and there should be two bar charts. Okay, and the
Uh-huh.
user will select Africa for one bar chart,
Mm-hmm.
and so basically the page is divided into two partitions. So
Mm-hmm.
one partition will have that region filter and the bar chart, and the other partition will also have the region filter and the bar chart. So on the on one page itself, user will be able to select uh, Africa and Australia, so they can compare between Australia and Africa at one instance,
Mm-hmm.
at a glance. So that
Right.
was our requirement. So
Right.
in that case, we had to clone one more region name, and that was the only optimum solution I found.
Okay,
So yeah.
so I might not clear your requirement, but yeah, you can see the Power BI is Power BI best feature is to slice and dice basically. So you
Mhm.
can do any way you can do slice and any way you can dice. So that is a advantage of Power BI.
Mhm. Okay, no. As you have told me this sync thing, I did not know this, so I will try this sync thing.
Okay, okay.
Mhm. Because what happened is I cloned this region name column. I created two columns for that
Mm-hmm.
requirement.
Okay, 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 okay,
So
okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So this will actually help you in that case.
I'll try to desync it and create one more slicer on the same page and check.
Okay, okay.
But will it work on the same page? Slicer?
Yes, why not? Why not?
Okay.
Yeah, just but slicing, duplicate slicing. Let's see. I mean, I never
Mm-hmm.
tried that.
And you can you deselect, desync it? Hmm. No, right?
Um,
Because
no, you can see. This is
on the
in
same page,
same page. Let's see.
yeah.
Yeah,
Can you
you can
des?
off the interactions between these two. There's an
Oh, okay.
interaction off. Edit interaction is there, right? You can
Mm-hmm.
apply these edit interactions between. But again, this visual should interact with this visual in a different
Correct,
way. This visual should interact with these two visuals in a different way. So that
correct.
comes under edit interaction. Yes.
Okay.
So that is about the team. But guys, theme you need to explore a lot. But yeah, in a way that is a recently a feature. It was previously preview feature, but now at any point of time you can clear the selection by clicking this. It will just come by default. Okay. So one of the most important thing is like the selection and bookmark. Okay, these are the very important and widely used scenarios. Okay, just I will give you just overview today, and probably we can work more into bookmarks and selection criteria. Okay, I mean currently I'm working on this bookmark and selection criteria. I mean these two things are very much very important. I mean we are migrating from ClickView to Power BI, so in that case we are actually the click is basically works with this bookmark and selection criteria only. I'll tell you one of the scenario tomorrow, but for now I'll just show you what is selection criteria and what is bookmark. So let's first start with bookmark. Okay, add a bookmark. So just give a name. Okay, here population, something like that. I mean, they want to see one case here. So for Africa, something like that. So you can create a bookmark, but see, only bookmarks will act in a different way. Bookmarks and selection criteria will apply in a different way. Okay, I'll just give one scenario. So 2010 population. Now just give a slicer, one more slicer here, just for year. And go to visualization. Just put a slicer. Okay, take one drop down. See, slices actually for years it will be like, I mean, for numbers it will be like this. Okay, you can get the list, and let's say 2010. Okay, you just want to see all of them, not only for Africa but all the countries. You just want to see only 2010 values. Now what you can do, just go and update this bookmark. Okay, now what you can, how this will benefit. See, again, bookmarks are two types of bookmarks are there. We'll come to I mean, we are working on the developer bookmarks. Okay, when we go to dashboards, there is a personal bookmarks also available. I mean, end user can create their own bookmark. See, bookmark is nothing but if you have a book and you applied some marking there, right? So how you do, you just fold the page, right? So something like that. If you want to come to a particular scenario, you just open the folding page directly, to go. So this is also some kind of the same scenario. Okay, let's say I might go somewhere. Let's say I might have do North America for other countries for other analysis, and suddenly I just want to come back. So how can I come back? I can just click on this so that it will come back. So this is the scenario for bookmark. Okay, you need to play with the bookmarks. Okay, this is one of the most important option in the Power BI. So just view, so you can view, and this is just for view. Okay, let's say exit and then edit it. Add one more thing. So what is that? That is for let's say Oceania in a different perspective. Let's say all years. Okay, so you just want to see this. So in that case, you can write some bookmark name, Oceania, one something like that. So at any point of time, you can switch between these two things and you can compare them. So you need to click on the view, then just go here. See, you are in the bookmark is actually open, you see, but you might not see much difference, but that they could have applied. See, in 2010 for population, it was Africa, Australia or Africa. So you just need to apply exit. So once we exit, this option will go in the down. Okay, this will be useful when you publish this visual into the services. Okay, we'll come to that service part later, but this is one of the most important. So you need to play with it. That is my suggestion. So okay, so you can go here and just see like whatever you want to apply, any other slices. You can use more slices. Basically, slices will give you okay better understanding. So in real time, basically slices will come here or on the top. Okay, so there are two ways to give you best visualization. Those slices will come the top. okay, with the list option, okay, not this option, drop down option. Yeah, this if you apply all these things, you just save the space. So this is a other slicer, inbuilt slicer, okay. You just apply this and put the name clearly, and this is also you can do the same way, drop down, so it will give you the space saving. Okay, and likewise you can apply multiple filters, and country also you can apply. How you do apply? Just copy and paste, select this, copy and paste, drop down, and then pull the country here directly, remove the year. Okay, like this. So you can select multiple cases and apply bookmark and save the bookmark. Okay, just update the bookmark. This is one of the important. Now updating the bookmarks, we'll see all these options later, but for now, at any point of time, you can update the bookmark, and you can view them just by clicking this. Once you click this, bookmarks will apply here. Okay, you can just go back and forth, just like a PPT. Okay, PPT, once you click F5, there is a mode will open, right? Full mode. So something like that, bookmark mode will open. Okay, you see, you observe this, right? It will goes here and there. Okay, so bookmark is one of the option, but selection criteria, I'll just show you glimpse here. When I go here in this bookmark, I don't want to see this visual at all. Okay, so in that case, what I do, I just off it. Okay, and when I come to, okay, just update this. Okay, update the bookmark. This is one of the most important criteria. Did I click that? Okay, let's say let's off one of the box. Okay, this one, and exit. And okay, I applied, might be in the exit position, but if you come here, this will be available. If you come here, this should go off. Why it's not go off? Because you might not update this. Update it, and then go to view. Now you just check, you come right. So if you go here, that won't be available. If you come here, this will be available. This is the important criteria. Okay, some case they want to see, I mean, you are just hiding, but you can give a different visual also here. Okay, instead of they think that this graph itself is changing to other graph, but actually the backend scenario is something like this. Here you will hide something and you will unhide something else. So that is the magical thing. Okay, it's a kind of illusion happen to the end user, but backend there is a lot of work. Okay, we'll discuss this later, but this is one of the critical thing and important thing to understand. Working with bookmarks and selection criteria. I'll repeat again. So what I have done here in this selection, I have hide this visual, but I will in real time I might put another visual, and this visual will be hide in this part. Okay, let me create one visual here, extra visual, and then show you. Let's say genders. I want to see in the card. Okay. Okay, we don't have measure. Let's take a measure. Let's take a population. Okay, the population visual I want to here. Okay, if you select this is the card. Okay, this card will available in which visualization? Let's say this visualization. Okay, just update this. Okay, we need to exit first. Okay, we are in the view, so in the view you cannot update this, but when you go here, Actually, I can hide this because this is actually making a duplicate visual. So now see, now just to okay update this. Now go to view. Now you see, if you go here, this will be another. So you think that this visual itself is changing, but actually that is a different scenario. Understand? So this is one of the most important scenario. I just show you a sample thing, but we need to practice a lot on this. Okay, I have worked on almost 2 to 3 projects with the selection criteria and bookmarks only. Guys, is this clear? And I'm just showing you one sample thing, but it should apply across the pages. All these things will differ. Okay, let me exit from this. Okay, let's say I might have applied another bookmark here. Okay, if I go directly, it should jump to other page. So that is the thing. Bookmark will go at any page at any point of time. Okay, it should be little complex, little critical, but if you play with it, you will be, you should play with it.
One question here. So,
Uh-huh.
will the bookmark carry forward the current selection?
No, see, bookmark will give you at any point of time you fold your paper in the book, right? So it's that kind of story. So why you do want to that is again comes a sync slicer, right? How it will goes into other pages. Bookmark is different, sync slicer is different.
I don't know what I'm saying. So, bookmark. So basically, you create a button. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that button you create a bookmark on that button.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that on the selection the of this, I want to go to some detailed view of that data. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so that we can either do with drill
Yeah,
through
so
or
that is a
else
drill
with
through
button.
option. Is a
Correct,
detailed
correct.
view to go
I
into
got
the.
it.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like expanding, extending my question.
Mm-hmm.
So either you can do it with drill through or else with button. Okay. Now
Yeah.
I've done a drill through. I go to the details thing. So
Mm-hmm.
there are two details. So I want to create. I want to click on the button and enable the second details only when required. So in
Mm-hmm.
that case, I will have to create a bookmark. Correct?
Yes, yes, yes.
So the selection which is made on the first page, will it be carried forward on the on both the reports? You got my
No,
question here.
actually, I'm not getting, but yeah, thing is like if you let's say if you just want to go this and just go details, show. I
Don't
mean, there is
focus on drill through
hierarchy.
now as of now.
Yeah.
Suppose there is one more bar chart that is enabled here. Okay.
Okay.
Now I'm done with population by region. I want to see population by city also. So I will
Okay.
create a button. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I have selected some region. So basically I'm selected some city. Okay, and only those cities region will be viewed here. Is it that? Will the city
Yes,
get
yes,
selection
yes.
get carried forward?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you need
Oh,
to select and update the bookmark.
uh,
So at any point of time, when you use the bookmark,
uh,
then those bookmarks are available for you readily.
and if what if I have to clear the selection and show all the cities
Yeah,
regions?
you just you exit the bookmark, and then if you want all of them into one bookmark, another bookmark, you can create another bookmark also. If you don't want to show them in the bookmark, you just come out of
So
them and
bookmark is
then
specific to a visual. Can a bookmark
no,
be specific?
specific to a scenario. It will tell you the story point.
Okay, okay,
Okay.
okay. Got you. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. It is not specific to a visual. You can apply a specific to visual. You can apply specific to a couple of visuals. You can apply across the report. You can across the report. Yeah, that is the level of bookmark. So bookmark could be anything. Okay, you might have applied in one visual or two visual or three visual or you know some case some scenario. Okay, that's where the bookmark will work, but bookmark with selection criteria will work in a different dimension altogether. You can replace the visuals. Okay, in one way. We will work with buttons tomorrow. Okay, I'll create one button. If you click one button, that will give you one view. If you click another button, it will give you another view. So something like that. So you can do magical things with the bookmarks and selection criteria. Okay, and what else we can see here? Yeah, so here if you go and just I'll show you the region name, the country. So let's go to here in the data view. If you categorize that country, so the categorization, if you select this country and there is no categorization, right? There's an option to country, not county, country. So if you click the country, you will see one symbol here. Okay, so Power BI is understand that this is a location. So previously what we used to do is we used to collect this longitude, latitude from the internet, and we used to apply longitude, latitude here, and we used to apply all of them there. But that was a big mess. But then Power BI later realized that if you just select this, a map will come. So see, obviously this map will automatically select because we explicitly tell that Power BI that this is a location. So if a location will be a location, that could be map. So that is the reason it will by default select the Bing map. If you, there are three types of maps. Okay, okay, you can just play with these maps, but this is only yours shape map or yeah. So this is a Bing map. So it will give you across the world. So wherever there is a country that is available in that column, those things will be highlighted. But here you can highlight based on the size also. Let's say you are checking the